If you're a manager or leader who has folks on your team who suffer from imposter syndrome, it can be a big challenge for the bottom line and for the team culture overall. So in this week's Fearless in 5, we're going to share 5 ways with you that you can help manage those employees who may be suffering from imposter syndrome. For tip number 1, know words matter. If you have that perfectionist on your team who always wants the A+, don't tell them that they don't need to get the perfect score, because that may make them think that you don't understand them or get them. Instead, validate how they feel and then help them break down those small steps that need to be taken in order to get the best that they can achieve and their team. For tip number 2, help them focus on internal validation. Having their work validated by others is really important to them. So you need to shift their mindset so they start thinking about all of those steps that they are taking to drive the business forward. Easy way to do this? Ask them what they're proud of. For tip number 3, help them act before they're ready. Perfectionists tend to want to wait until everything's lined up before starting a project. Well, that means that you're delaying moving the business forward and that they're not necessarily delegating to their team. So help them get started and push forward even when they're only at 75 or 80% ready to go. For tip number 4, help them catalog their achievements. Having them take time out of their week to focus on what were the positive things that they did to move the business forward, whether it resulted in a sale or a big win or not, will help them build that internal confidence to overcome imposter syndrome. For tip number 5, take action. And that's because if you don't help them overcome imposter syndrome, it can really impact the business negatively in 2 ways. Number 1, they'll get burnt out and end up looking for another job and you'll lose great talent. And number 2, they'll put a lot of stress on the organization by pushing everybody else too far. To learn more Fearless in 5 tips, check out Wet Cement at wet-cement.com and share your management tips in the comments below.